together as a book. And the basic idea here is that, we're living in kind of difficult times with COVID and all the associated things and other issues that are troubling around the world. And so I thought that having people talking about their personal journey from design education into architecture and other design-related fields would be inspiring, I hope. So that's the larger project, and this is the first iteration, and it will grow. And I want to put it together as a publication, which I hope is kind of helps us all know that we can follow our passions and do things that are meaningful to us, contribute to our communities, etc. And in so doing, make the world a better place. So those are high ambitions, but we just work at them bit by bit in our own little ways. And so that's kind of what this is about. And I guess what I will do is, I don't know if anybody has any questions, but if there's any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them either now or through any of the available channels. I guess we will call it for this one this morning. I'll just check on Zoom one more time. Yeah, nobody there. Okay. So, and I will be in touch with Joe and see what we can get in terms of a recording of him and his ideas, which I think are really going to be an important thing to share. I'll just go back to the schedule. Today at 10:30, we have Abigail Mariah, who is the co-founder of the Black Planning Project. She's has worked in community development, as I mentioned yesterday. So I will do a formal introduction of her when that happens. So that's at 10:30. At 1:30 this afternoon, in the Global Practice Sessions, Matt Boland, who teaches in the course with me, who is the one of the partners and founder and one of the partners at Edge Architects in Waterloo, will be talking about his work. And he's been doing some stuff on prefabricated CLT building for community housing, I believe it is. And so I think that's going to be an interesting talk. And then Larry Smith at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the famous economics professor, Waterloo economics professor, will be talking with the final talk in the course. And just as I said, I was going to introduce Joe, so I'll just read, so you have a little bit more background on Joe, and so that when his talk is posted, or Ed Talk is posted on the course page and on the Global Practice Sessions site, people will have an idea. So Joe Osae Addo is a principal of Constructs LLC with offices in Accra and Tamale, Ghana, and formerly in Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles. The firm synergizes architecture, urban planning, landscaping, and building technology into a single unit geared towards bringing modern architecture and building techniques to create innovative design solutions in contemporary African architecture. Innovative is the condition where solutions are developed smartly and are indigenous. Joe studied architecture at the Architectural Association in London from 80 to 86 and worked for architectural firms in Finland, the UK, and the US. Is chairman of the ACRI Africa platform that initiates and facilitates research and projects on the terrain of architecture in Africa. And so it's through the Archi Africa platform that Joe has, I think, started and is the key player. And that's it's that which is going to be the representation for this year's Venice Biennale for Architecture. So I was planning to talk about that, and I hope that we'll be able to have something from him to explain what that is and what its aspirations are in a little bit more detail. Anyway, so apologies that this wasn't able to be happening today, but as soon as we have something, we'll get it up on the platforms that are available so that this can be distributed. So I will leave it now, and we will join. So it's a separate meeting for Abigail Mariah, and I'll send that out to the class, and that's for anybody who's seeing this outside of the class on the Global Practice Sessions site or access point. The access point is the specific session for Abigail Mariah, 10:30 this morning. So we'll see you all there. And if there's do any of the students in the class have any questions or anything they want to add? Got a thumbs up from Shannon. Thanks, Shannon. So I guess we're good. And so technology is wonderful, but it doesn't always work. And so we pivot and figure out what the alternatives are, and we'll make something happen. Okay, so I'm going to leave this call now, and I'll stop recording. And we'll see everybody at 10:30 on the other channel, and I'll send it out. I'll send out that channel to the class just to make sure that you're all clear where to be at 10:30. Thanks, everybody, and thanks for your patience. Bye for now.